Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwestern Ontario, Canada, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your day to join me for some fun crafting. Today we're going to be creating a cute Christmas card using the Sweet Candy Canes bundle that can be found in the Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. To me, this will always be called the holiday catalog. So I'm using products from this. These products are actually, some of them are from the suite that is available. Please click that description box below at the end, as I will have my blog link posted in there for you to pop on over to my blog so that you can get all of the measurements as well as the supplies that I have used to create today's cute card. Okay, so we're going to start by embossing with the Wintry 3D embossing folder. So let's just move this out of the way. When we are embossing with a 3D embossing folder, we need plate 1 and plate 4. And with this card, I'm just going to be embossing the top. So I am going to insert my cardstock. This is Pool Party, and I'm going to just eyeball it to make sure it's fairly straight. And when you're embossing, you always want to put the spine to go in first, because if you put it in any other way, if you were to put it in this way, you could cause pressure to happen with your embossing folder, and it could break the spine, and you don't want that. So 1 and 4, and we're just going to off screen right here. I'm going to wind it through my embossing Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. And there we have our very pretty embossed piece. Next up, we are going to stamp our candy canes. We have the 2 dies that will die cut out both the candy cane that faces the right and the candy cane that faces the left. As well, this tag here, you could put a candy cane through that, tie it with a ribbon, so, or any other fun treat. And then of course we've got the other die there that's at the back. So let's just put that out of the way. I am going to stamp my candy canes in real red. And first I want to make sure I'm getting a good stamped image. So I'm going to ink it up and stamp on a scratch piece of paper just to make sure that I've loaded it up nicely. Okay, do it a couple times so I've got a good base there for my stamping. I've got a piece of basic white here, and I'm inking up, and I think that looks pretty good. So we are going to stamp that right there, giving it a moment for that ink to transfer. There we have one candy cane. Now I want them going in the opposite direction because of the die. Okay, so I'm going to space it out, give it a moment. There we have our second candy cane. Close this ink pad because we don't want inky fingers, and then bring in our 1, 2, 3. We need 2 3s. So we're going to place these on here, and I'm actually going to use a little bit of repositionable tape so that they don't jump around on me. I'm just taking a look, and I think that should be good. So I'm going to put a piece of tape there and a piece of tape down there and another for my other die. Swing that around so I'm looking at it the correct orientation. I'm funny that way. I need to be looking right on at the image the way it's supposed to go, and I think that looks good. Whoops, I forgot to rip that in half. All right, let's try that again. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell, so you don't miss any future videos from me. All right, so we are taped. We're going to put the top layer on our sandwich, as it's called, and crank that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That cracking is normal. And here we go. There's one candy cane and two candy canes. All right. Now let's bring in our silicone craft sheet. And we are going to start building our card. So here's my fun candy cane paper. And that is going to layer right over top of my pool party. Such a fun design, and I chose my colors for my card from the Designer Series paper, or DSP as I call it. And then my ribbon, I'm going to take and just lay it across so that I can see, and I'm just going to snip. Then I'm going to flip that over the back side, and I'm going to run some, whoops, my paper has shifted slightly. Let's get that back over there. There we go. So now we are going to take our ribbon and wrap it around. It's attached to the back with the tape. And wrap it around, and there it's nice and secure and it's even. So now we are going to adhere that to our real red piece of cardstock, and no need to rush to write down these measurements or anything, as they will all be on my blog post for you to check out so you can recreate yourself at home. Okay, there we go. And my base is garden green, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I know it may seem early to start with Christmas cards. However, everybody's lives are so busy anymore that it is a really great idea to get started, pick away at them, give you the designs and inspiration that you can, once you are ready, you can come back and recreate any cards that you see that you like. All right, our insert piece is another strip of that candy cane paper on our basic white. Just adding that little bit of fun to the inside. A little bit of adhesive there. A Let's straighten that out, and that is exactly why I use liquid glue, because it gives me a few more seconds to get that straightened out if I have put it down crooked. All right, so my circle, isn't that so pretty? That is from the Real Red and White 6x6 glimmer paper. You can see I've been cutting up a storm with it. It is fabulous. So we are going to put one of our candy canes is going to be more straight, and then the other one is going to be kind of, we're going to have them kind of like that. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue right there on the one candy cane. And then every time you do this, it's going to be a slightly different, but I want this candy cane to be a little higher. And before my glue dries, I'm going to take this and place it on the card front to make sure my candy canes are not too awful high, so that I can then have a moment to adjust. So I want this to be just a smidge more over. So now that's good. So while I give this a moment to dry, because I don't want it to shift while I'm waiting, while I'm attaching it. So I'm going to come in with my sentiment, my Christmas cheer, and this die is actually from one of the Halloween sets of dies, and I've got some white on there. All right, Christmas cheer. There we go. And that is my Memento Tuxedo Black, the black that I use the most. All right, so let's take some dimensionals and attach our elements. So we've got, I'm going to put 3 on here because I like no sagging. I like great stability to my elements. I'm going to put that about there so that I can kind of guesstimate as to where about my sentiment needs to go. About like that. That's going to be, so then my Christmas cheer is going to go right here in the bottom right hand corner. So cute. Now our large die cut circle, and this is from the Stylish Shapes dies. I use these all the time, you guys. There we go. Okay, I think that's going to be good. I'm going to attach this to my card base, and then I'll attach my cute candy canes. And I don't know about you, but even as an adult, I do love my candy canes. There's nothing says Christmas season, holiday season, like a yummy minty candy cane. All right, I think that's good. And these guys have had enough time to dry. So we are going to take a look to see. All right, I know don't put one up there. So this one here, when I flip it, this is the only spot there that can get a dimensional, because this top part of that candy cane is going to be over top. This might be a little high as well. This one here, so let's just grab you. If you go slowly, you can remove and reposition. And let's just move you up. Whoop. up slightly. There we go. Take a peek-a-poo. How does that look? Am I good? Yes. All right. Peel these off. And my last one. Whoop, there we go. Sticking to my fingers. And I want it centered-ish. So there we have. That looks good to me. Give that a press. Look at the underneath, and I can see that I don't have any dimensionals hanging off anywhere they're not supposed to. So the last thing we need to do is tie a lovely little bow. This ribbon, it's a combo pack, and oh my goodness, it ties the nicest, easiest bows. Okay. Actually, my scissors are starting to get dull, so I'm going to bring in my ribbon scissors. I do apologize, Stampin' Up! Does not carry these, but when I am creating a bow, I want my scissors to be good and sharp, so I pull out my old Stampin' Up! Scissors. All right, so decide, I think I want it right there, so I'm going to put my glue dot right there. If it's going to stick, come on, stick, stick, stick. Get off my warm finger. There we have it. And there is our cute candy cane Christmas cheer card. Both exactly the same. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please reach out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.